Hello my beautiful people and welcome back. Today is one of my favorite classes. It's an abs and booty sculpt using the yoga block. So we're going to be sculpting and strengthening the core and the glutes. That is the focus, but you will also get a little bit of a shoulder burn as well. Now if you don't have a yoga block, you can also use a Pilates ball or you can just use your body weight. It is completely up to you, but we are going to get straight into it. So we're going to take the block with us down onto our back. So just ground your feet down, hip distance apart, and then just take that block all the way back overhead. Just relaxing here. You can even close down your eyes as we just take a moment to connect in to our breath. Notice how the mind and the body is feeling and just becoming present in the now. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and a nice big exhale out through the lips. Beautiful. Noticing your rib cage open and expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Beautiful. Let's go for 2 more here. Just try to relax the body a little more. Breathe in a little deeper if you can. And exhale, let it all go. Beautiful. Final breath here. Inhale. Good. And then as you exhale, just start to open the eyes. Start to reach the block up towards the ceiling and then tucking your chin in towards your chest. We're going to curl and lift the head, the neck, the shoulders off the mat. Inhale, we take a nice big reach back over with the block overhead. And then exhale, it's a nice big chest lift, reaching the block towards our thighs. So good. So starting with control here, starting with the core, really think about drawing your belly button back towards the spine here. And then pulling your rib cage down towards your hips. So we're trying to close the gap there through the center as we curl, flex up. Beautiful. Inhale to release down. So nice. Rounding the shoulders as we come up and then rolling back down. Keep the rib cage closing down the entire time. So we keep tension on the core the entire time. Good. Maybe starting to feel those little shakes. We're just here for another 4. So good. Last 3. Last 2. And final time, we're going to curl all the way up and we're going to hold. Start to just take little pulses, lifting up and up. So really starting to squeeze into the core a little more, pulling the belly button back, reaching that block long. We're pulsing here for another 5. Good, in 4, 3, up, 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 higher, 2. In 1, can we hold? Can we float right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop? So your knees are stacked directly over your hips. Beautiful. As we drop the chest, I want you to reach the block overhead and extend the right leg nice and long. Exhale to draw that shape back in, reaching up. So we're adding that leg extension, single leg, squeeze it all the way up. Beautiful. Feel the shakes here. We inhale lower and we exhale lift. If you feel any pressure into your lower back, really think about imprinting your lower spine. So it's a flat back into the mat. Good, really keeping your ribs down heavy and then squeezing through that core a little bit harder. Seeing if you can lift the chest a little bit higher. Beautiful. We're gonna go here for another 4. Starting to really feel that burn now. Using the breath. Inhale, lower and extend the leg. Exhale, lift to curl up. Final 2. Now final time. We're going to curl all the way up, hold. Second round of those pulses, the legs are at tabletop. If you need to lower your feet down, you can. Squeeze and pulse for 6. For 5, 4, up, 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 last 3, into, in 1, hold. Now can you place that block on top of your shins? So we've got a little bit of balance here. Hands are going to come back behind our head. Good. Now when you're ready, I want you to extend both legs, drop your chest down, Exhale, curl everything back up. Legs come to tabletop. Beautiful. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. So good. Ribs are down nice and heavy. Beautiful. Balancing that block, bending in, and then extending long. So good. Now, if this is too much, you can stay with that single leg extension. Beautiful. You can even pop the block to the side. Work this movement with a single leg. So good. We are here for another 4. Now, the lower you go, the harder it's going to be. So challenge yourself for the last 3. Can you get a little bit lower? Can you extend your legs a little bit longer? Last 2. Beautiful. Now, final time. Good, we're gonna squeeze all the way up, hold. Reach your arms long for the final round of pulses here, up and down. Up and down, your core should be on fire by now. Squeeze here, pulse for 6, 5, 4, up, 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 last 3, 2, 1, and then slowly grab the block. Lower your feet down, reach the block all the way back overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to slowly reach the block back to the ceiling, tuck chin to chest, and can you find a full roll to sit up? You might want to walk your feet a little further to the top of the mat. Coming up to a nice seated position, the block is overhead, the ribs are drawing in and down towards the hips. Start to roll yourself back halfway, reaching that block in front of you. So we've got that beautiful C curve through the spine. Good, we're going to twist to the right. Can you float your right leg off the mat, point through the toes, come back to center. Good. We go to the left, coming back through to the center, slowly massage your spine back down to the mat, reaching that block overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, start to slowly reach the block back to the ceiling, tuck chin to chest, roll yourself all the way up, block comes overhead. So nice. Roll it back halfway, block comes in line with the chest. We rotate to the right, squeeze into those obliques to find center. We rotate to the left, come back through center, roll yourself down. Think lower back, middle back, upper back, reach that block overhead. Good. Coming all the way back up. We've got a few more rounds here. Using the strength of your core to lift up. Good. Try not use momentum there. Nice. We rotate over. Can we come and twist a little further? Good. Finding the center to then reset and roll all the way back down. Exhale, use the breath, curl yourself up, reach up, nice. Make sure you find that beautiful extension, sitting tall before you find your half roll back, and take those 2 twists over to the side. Beautiful. We're here for another 2 full rounds here. Start to work at your own pace. Good, don't rush the movement here. Moving with the breath, moving with intention. So good. This is our final one. Roll, sit all the way up, up, up. Reach the block. Now we're going to find that half roll back. We're going to hold it there. Rotate to the right, lift the right leg. Find the center. Rotate to the left, lift the left leg. Find center, continue with this. So we stay in this half roll back. Beautiful work. Twisting over, center. Good. Over, center. Stay with me here for another 7. Can you roll back a little bit deeper? Yes, last 6. 5, hollow through that tummy, pull the belly button back. Last 4, we've got this. All together, final 3, 2, shaking with you. Last time, find the center, hold. Final round of pulses for the core here. We squeeze up and up. Good, see if you can get a little deeper here. Good, we're here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll yourself all the way back. Take a beautiful reach of the block up overhead. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let it all go. 1 more. And then as you exhale, we're going to place the block underneath our left foot. We're going to work into the glutes. We'll give the core a break. Now your right heel is going to lift, your left foot is flat on the block. Option to keep your arms down by your side, or if you want your core to work a little more, we're going to reach the arms to the ceiling. Go a deep breath in, and then exhale, we're going to drive the hips up into our bridge. So we're tucking that tailbone under, tilting that pubic bone towards the belly, and have a check that your knees, hips, shoulders are one straight diagonal line. Good. We can even take a reach of the arms as we tap the glutes back to the mat. Exhale to drive up. Beautiful. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. So really squeeze into the back of the body here. Mind to muscle connection. How hard can you squeeze those glutes? Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So good. Now if any of these layers get too much, you can strip it back. You can remove the block. You can lower that heel, whatever feels good for your body. This is your class. You want to move in a way that feels good, but also challenges you here. Beautiful. We're going to go for another 3. Can you lift and squeeze a little harder? Beautiful. Last 2. Keep the ribs down. Final time, we're going to lift up and hold. Really ground the foot into the block. Float your right leg to tabletop. Good. Lower your right toes back down. Drop the hips, reach the arms. Exhale, reset all the way up. Really anchor your shoulders into the mat so that upper body is super, super stable. Good. Keeping the hips nice and level. Nice. As we're lifting that leg to tabletop, that knee is stacked directly over the hip. Good. Lower down with control and then lift up with control. Beautiful. Pelvis is stable as we lift and lower. Last 3. Try not sink down into the right side. Lift up. Everything is level. Last 2. Now final time. Can we tap the glutes down, drive all the way up. Now this time we're gonna lift the right leg all the way to the ceiling, extend it here. We tap the glutes down for 1. We drive all the way up, lower the right toes back down, lower the hips, reach the arms, reset. That is our combo. Lift up, hold. Extend the leg to the ceiling. Good. Take a tap of the glutes down, press that left foot into the block, lift higher, lower the toes back down, lower the hips, reach the arms. Beautiful work here. So that left glute is feeling it. We lower, single leg, lift all the way up. Drop the toes, reset. Beautiful. Using the breath. Inhale to lower the glutes. Exhale, drive up into that single leg bridge. Tap it down, reset. Beautiful. Lifting up with control. Long lines here. Lengthen out that knee if you can. This is our last 3. So good. We are smiling through that burn. Last 2. Beautiful work. Now, final time, we're gonna lift that leg up, tap the glutes down, drive up and stay with this. We lower, we lift. You can bend that knee if you need. We are here for 5. Drop your arms down if you need. Last 4. 3, so good. Feel the shakes into the left glute. Last 2, lift everything up in line. Now last time we tap down, we lift up, we hold, little pulses, let's go. Really burn it out here. Squeeze and pulse, I am shaking with you. Good, we're here for 5. For 4, lift higher, 3, 2, 1, slowly lower it down. Beautiful work. Woo, just shake out that left leg. And then when you're ready, we are gonna go straight to the second side. So move the block over to the right side. You should be able to touch that block with your right hand. And then when you're ready, we'll reset. So left toes are grounded, right foot is grounded into the block. We start with that lift of the hips up into that bridge. Good, now as we lower the hips, maybe taking that reach of the arms, exhale, we lift. Beautiful. Left toes are grounded, the heel is elevated. Now this second side's gonna be a little harder. but we've just got to push through. So much stronger than you think. That's it. We'll start here, lifting and lowering, really squeeze now into the right glute. Nice, we're here for 5. Lower and lift for 4. Good, core is working really, really hard here. So really keep thinking about drawing that belly in towards the spine. Beautiful, last 2. Now final time, you're gonna lift up and hold. Good, ground the right foot into the block a little harder and then lift that left leg up. Good, lower the toes back down. Drop the hips, reset. Exhale, we lift up. Go ahead, lift the left leg to tabletop. Lower. Tap the glutes, reset. Keeping that pelvis nice and stable. Hips are nice and level. Beautiful. So really switching on that core to help us stabilize this movement. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Let's go for 3. And we're gonna add on, remember all these layers are optional. Last 2. Now final time, we're gonna tap the glutes down. We're gonna lift up, hold. This time, extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Good. Take a tap of the glutes down, lift all the way up, bend the knee, tap the toes, reset, tap the glutes, reach the arms. That is our combo. We lift up, beautiful. Extend the leg to the ceiling, tap the glutes, lift the glutes up, bend it back down, reset, lower. So good. Yes, right side is feeling it now. So good. Lower, lift. Keep energy running through to your fingertips, all the way to your toes as you point up towards the ceiling. So good. Lower and lift here. Last 4. Beautiful. For 3, I want to challenge you to lift your hips up a little higher for that single leg bridge. So nice. Final 2. Nice. Moving with the breath. Last time, exhale, drive up. Inhale to extend the leg, beautiful. Lower the glutes, exhale, lift all the way up. Beautiful, we lower. Final time, we're gonna stay with the leg extended up towards the ceiling if we can, otherwise keep it bent. We're gonna lower the glutes down, exhale, lift, that's it. We tap down and lift, that's it, we're here for 6. Squeeze through that right glute, squeeze through your core. Last 5. Whew. Last 4. I know it burns. We're gonna feel so good after this. Last 3. Beautiful work. Last 2. And in 1, you're gonna lift up, hold, little pulses. Let's go up and down, up and down. I know it feels like the glute is gonna rip off the bone, but it's not going to, I promise. Last 4. 3. We're in this together. Last 2. 1, and slowly lower everything down. Oh my goodness. That was so evil of me, I'm sorry. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little cuddle. Rock the knees side to side. And then when you're ready, just moving that block out of the way. Grab behind your thighs and just rock and roll as many times as you need to come up. Crossing at the ankles or swinging the legs around. We'll just walk back to the center of the mat to find all 4s. Good, we're gonna tuck the toes under, pike those hips back into a downward dog, and just enjoy a nice little pedal out through the legs here. Beautiful, really anchoring through the heels of the hands to melt your chest towards your thighs and your hips up a little higher to the ceiling. Beautiful. We're here for another 4. In 3. Good, last 2. And 1. Let's press both heels all the way down. Slowly ripple forward. Find your high plank hold. Nice and strong through your core here. I want the weight to come forward a little more over your hands. Zipping that belly up towards your spine, tucking that tailbone under. Body's in one straight line. That eye gaze is lifted to the top of the mat. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna pike those hips back. Find length here, inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, ripple forward, finding that high plank. Hold it there. Can we press? Left knee, right elbow, step it back. Right knee, left elbow, step it back, pike the hips. So good, deep breath in. Exhale, ripple forward, high plank. Good, left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow. Beautiful, pike it back. Just a few more rounds here. Giving our glutes a little break. Nice and strong through the core and those shoulders. Beautiful. Last 2. Can we shift that weight slightly forward? That's it. Now final 1, round it forward. Good. Take those 2 cross mountain climbers. Then press back to that plank, hold, shift the weight forward. We hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees wide and press back into your child's pose. So good. Take a moment here, allowing the chest to sink down, arms to reach long. We breathe in and we breathe out. For 2. Final 1. And then exhale. Let's shift the weight forward. We're going to come into a little full point kneel series. So we're going to take the block and place it underneath the left knee. So we're going to tuck the left toes under, hands underneath shoulders, right leg will start extended long, toes down. Squaring hips and shoulders to the mat, lifting the chest up away from the floor, shoulders away from the ears. We exhale, lift the right leg up, squeeze the right glute. Inhale, tap it down. Good, we exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So good. Really, really strong through your core here. And as always, as we add those layers, you can strip it back to whatever feels good for you. Beautiful. Another 4 here, lift and lower. Last 3. So good, final 2. And final time, we're gonna lift up and hold. Engaging through the core, can you sweep that left arm forward? Beautiful. As we tap the right toes down, we're gonna tap the left fingers down. Exhale, we lift up. Good. We inhale, lower, and we exhale, lift. So nice. That spine is staying long and neutral here. We're using the strength of the glute to lift the leg, not the lower back. Good, and then just reaching that arm up in line with your shoulder. So nice. We'll tap and lift for another 4. I'm shaking with you. Last 3. Go ahead, exhale for 2. And final time, lift up and hold. Now can we flex the spine? Draw your knee to your elbow, tuck chin to chest. Exhale that shape away really, really long. Tap everything down. Exhale, reset, we come up. We curl that shape in. Exhale it away, beautiful. Tap it down. Exhale, lift, beautiful. Curl it in. Reach it back nice and long. Tap it down. So good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower. We'll go for another 3. How long can you make the shape of your body as you reach? Beautiful. Last 2. So good. Last time, round it in, extend it long, hold it long. Little pulses here, up and down, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 6, 5, breathe through it, last 4. In 3, up, 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 2, 1, hold. Keep the leg there. Lower your left forearm to the mat and open your hips to the right. Beautiful. We're going to bend that right knee in towards our right elbow. Exhale it away, nice and long. Tap the toes. Exhale, lift the leg. Draw the knee in. Exhale it away to tap the toes. Really lift up out of that left side of your waist to create a little more space. Obliques are on. Then feel that pinch into the outer glute as you lift the leg long on the diagonal here. So find a little more external rotation through your right hip. Beautiful. Let's go for 3. Can you challenge yourself? Lift a little higher, lengthen a little longer. Last 2. Beautiful work. Last time. Draw that knee in, lengthen it long, hold it long. Draw little circles, tiny circles. Beautiful. Keeping your body nice and still. Engage through your core. Good. We circle for 3 and then we reverse. 2. 1, let's reverse those circles. Go back and around. Back and around, lengthen a little bit longer. Circle here for 4. For 3, yes, feel those shakes. 2. In 1, hold. Little pulses to finish it off. Let's go up and down, lifting a little higher, lengthening a little longer. We're here for 5. For 4, beautiful work. 3, stay with me. 2. In 1, lift up, hold, hold, hold. Now from here, lower your right foot down. Lift your left knee off the block to find a forearm side plank. We are just holding here for 10. Lift through the left side waist. 9, strong through your core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lift the hips. 3, 2, 1. Finding the center. Dropping your knees down. Take the block to the top of the mat. Find a quick child's pose, little recovery before we go straight to the second side. How are we feeling? Good, hopefully. I know this is burning, we are shaking, but we've just got the second side to go and we are all done. It is just a floor class today as well, so no standing. Happy days. Okay, we're setting up for the second side. Hands under shoulders. Right knee underneath the right hip and is placed on the block. I like to tuck my toes and then start by lifting that left leg up, lowering all the way back down. Nice and strong here through the glute. Eye gaze is lengthened to the top of the mat. So we've got a beautiful long spine here. Shoulders are drawing down away from the ears. We exhale, lift, and we inhale, lower. So good. Stay with me here for another 4. And then we start to add those layers. Last 3. Squaring the left hip down. Final 2. And final 1, we hold. Can we now reach the right arm nice and long? From here, we flex the spine. We curl that shape in. Tuck your chin in. Exhale everything away. Tap it down to reset. Exhale, we lift. Beautiful. Round it in. Exhale it away. Tap it down. That's it. Can we puff that chest up away from the floor? Good. Using your core strength here. Using the strength of the leg or the glute to lift the leg. Beautiful. Be mindful we're not putting pressure through that lower spine. We're thinking length over height here, so don't just kick and throw the arm up. Move with intention, move with your breath. So good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Beautiful work. We're going to go for another 3. Tap and lift. Final 2. Beautiful. Now final 1, we lengthen it all the way nice and long. We hold, little pulses. Let's go up and down. Up and down, squeeze that left glute a little harder. Use your core to control. We pulse here for another 5. Good, in 4, reach through the toes, reach through the fingers. Last 3, keep the energy long. 2, in 1, you hold. From here, right forearm comes down to the mat. Open your hips to the left. Lift up out of the right side of your waist and then start to draw your left knee in towards your left elbow. Exhale it away nice and long. Tap the toes down. Exhale, lift, reset. Beautiful. Draw it in. Press it away nice and long. Tap it down. Feeling that pinch now into the outer glute. Squeeze it in. Press it away. Tap it down. So good. Can you rotate that left hip a little further up towards the ceiling? Finding that external rotation. Beautiful work. Controlling this movement. We come in and out, down and up for another 3. Use that exhale, it's so powerful. Last 2. Beautiful work. Final time. Lift all the way up. Draw that knee in. Extend it long. Hold it long. Yes, so good. Start to draw those little circles. We go up and around. Good. Really, really engage your core here. Keeping the pelvis stable. Circling for another 4. 3. Good. Lengthening that leg. The movement's not coming from the knee. Be mindful there. Last one. Reverse the circles. Up and around. Up and around. Stay with me. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5. We have our pulses in 4. 3. Good. In 2. You're so much stronger than you think. Last one. Hold it there. Pulse it here. Up and down. Up and down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You are here for 6. For 5. Mind to muscle connection. 4. Squeeze harder. Last 3. So good. 2. We've got this. We're in this together. Last one. Hold. So good. Lower the left toes down. Extend your right leg out nice and long into your forearm side plank. We just hold here. I can still see you. Breathe. We're holding, lifting those hips for another 6, 5, 4, 3. Can we find the center in 2, 1. Find your center. Forearm plank here. Beautiful work. Shifting that weight forward and back. Final push of work here for 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down. Amazing work. Pop the block to the side. We're going to come back into that child's pose. So send your hips all the way back towards your heels. We're going to take a nice little stretch here, so stay with me. Super important we give some love back to our body, our muscles, after working so hard. So when you're ready, we'll just stay for 1 more breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll shift that weight forward, melt the hips all the way to the mat, and then lift up into your upward dog. Forearms are there if you need, just taking a beautiful stretch as we lengthen that spine. Good. This feels really nice on those abs. Maybe taking a little sway side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll tuck the toes, lift and pike the hips, make our way back to downward dog, coming back to that gentle pedal through the legs. Good, and then when you're ready, just finding some stillness, we'll float left leg up, 3-legged. Doesn't matter how high the leg goes, just feel a beautiful stretch through the hips. Pressing that right heel down, we take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's press left knee forward to left wrist. Finding our pigeon pose, the right hip comes down nice and heavy. And then if it feels okay, we can lower to our forearms. You can also use your block as well to come and rest down if that feels good. And just really think about rolling the right hip up and over. Good, the further you place that left ankle up to the top of the mat, the harder that stretch is going to be. So like any of the movement, same with the stretches, just find what feels good for your body. So nice. Let's hold 1 more breath in. And then when you're ready, slowly press yourself up. tucking the back right toes. We'll pike those hips back. And we'll transition to that second side. So that right leg goes up nice and high. Good, just as high as feels good for you. Left heel presses down, deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. Open up that shape as much as you can. Left hip comes down, back leg is long. Then you can lower down to your block or to your forearms if that feels good. Then really think about lifting that left hip up and over. So feeling that beautiful release through the side glute. Deep breaths. Good. Using that exhale just to soften into the stretch. Relaxing the mind. Beautiful. One more. And then when you're ready, slowly press yourself up. Go ahead, tuck the back left toes. Last time, pike back to downward dog. Go ahead, take one more breath here. Sink the chest a little heavier towards your thighs. And then exhale to lift the heels, ripple forward. Drop your knees to the mat, sit all the way back into a kneeling position. And all together, we're gonna take one last breath to breathe in, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Close down your eyes through to your heart space. And from here, we take one last deep cleansing breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, let everything else go. Beautiful. Open the eyes, roll the shoulders, and you beautiful people are all done. Thank you so much for joining me for that abs and booty sculpt. Please let me know how you go in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.